James Pickens Jr., the silver-maned sage of Grey's Anatomy's sprawling surgical saga, has embodied resilience for 22 seasons as Drive Richard Webber, the chief whose steady hand guided Seattle Grace through crashes, shootings, and scandals. At 73, Pickens mirrors his character's unyielding spirit off-screen, confronting a prostate cancer diagnosis with the same measured gravitas that defines Webber's poise. Disclosed amid a plot twist where Richard grapples with an enigmatic malignancy, Pickens' revelation is no scripted drama but a stark script flip, art imitating life, or perhaps vice versa, in television's most enduring medical marathon. "It's not the kind of news anyone wants to hear," Pickens intoned in a poignant interview, his baritone resonant with resolve rather than regret. "But to be honest, prostate cancer has run through my family." This hereditary haunt traces to his father, whose battle was echoed by a phalanx of uncles, and persists in a 90-year-old cousin, still thriving, and his progeny. "No one as far as I know has succumbed to it," Pickens noted, framing the foe not as fatal but familial, a specter subdued through vigilance. Diagnosed earlier in 2025, his tumor, a rare variant confined to the prostate, prompted a prostatectomy, the gland's surgical excision, in January. "We caught it really early and so they thought that would be the best route to take," he explained. "I do have a rare variant that you don't see very often. They wanted to err on the side of caution. But they hadn't seen one that was detected as early as mine." Pickens' proactive chronicle is a masterclass in preventive prowess. "I started getting my annual physical 34 years ago, and I started my PSA testing when I was 41. I'm 73 now," he recounted. "My urologist said, because you were so diligent in that piece of your health, it was to your advantage. We were able to catch it so early because you were being tested." PSA, prostate-specific antigen, screenings, often contentious amid overdiagnosis debates, proved Pickens' preserver, elevating PSA levels flagged the intruder before metastasis. This early interception underscores a cardinal tenet. For men over 50 or 40 with family history, routine checks can transmute threat into triumph, with 5-year survival rates soaring above 99% for localized cases. Weaving serendipity into sobriety, Pickens' disclosure dovetails with Grey's fall finale, where Webber confides his cancer to Dr. Miranda Bailey, Chandra Wilson, his protégé-turned-peer. Airing Thursday, the episode's emotional apex, Richard's vulnerability unmasked, mirrors Pickens' own unburdening, blurring real and real. Since 2005, Pickens has been Grey's lodestar, the authoritative anesthesiologist elevated to chief, then mentor, his Webber a mosaic of mentorship and mortality. From shepherding Meredith Grey's Ellen Pompeo, ascension to navigating Alzheimer's arcs with wife Adele, Loretta Devine, his tenure spans 400-plus episodes, earning Emmy nods and fan adoration. This meta-layer, actor ailing as Avatar, infuses the show with raw authenticity, prompting Shonda Rhimes' signature blend of heartbreak and hope. Pickens' pre-diagnosis vigilance stemmed from legacy. His father's quiet fight instilled a ritual of responsibility. Born in 1954 in Baltimore, Pickens honed his craft in theater, The Color Purple on Broadway, before Hollywood beckoned, roles in The Shield and 24 showcasing his gravitas. Grey's was Serendipity's scalpel. Auditioning for a one-off, he became the series' spine. Offset, he's a family patriarch, daughters Sharon, Adrian, and son Michael. An advocate, channeling residuals into the James Pickens Jr. Foundation for Underserved Youth. Cancer's incursion hasn't dimmed this. Post-surgery, he's resumed filming, his recuperation a regimen of rest and reflection. The rarity of his variant, aggressive yet nascent, necessitated nuance. Multidisciplinary consults, imaging marathons, and a scalpel's precision. They wanted to make sure that they were crossing all the T's and dotting all their I's, Pickens reflected, his trust in medicine mirroring Webber's Hippocratic homage. Recovery, he assures, is robust. Minimal side effects, continence preserved, potency on the mend. This optimism aligns with stats. Radical prostatectomy boasts 85 to 95% success for organ-confined tumors, often obviating radiation or chemo. Pickens' candor catalyzes conversation. Prostate cancer, the second leading killer of American men behind lung, claims 34,000 lives yearly, yet lags in awareness versus breast or colon counterparts. Black men disproportionately afflicted, 1 in 6 lifetime risk, face steeper odds. Pickens, as an African-American icon, amplifies equity calls. Talk about it, he urges, echoing campaigns like Movember's mustache marches. His story spotlights disparities, delayed diagnoses in underserved communities, where PSA access is patchy. By bearing his biopsy, Pickens demystifies the digital rectal exam and blood draws, rendering routine what once repelled. In Gray's lore, Weber's cancers, pancreatic in Season 8, tested his tenacity. Pickens' trial tempers his portrayal, infusing monologues with lived latitude. Co-stars rally. Wilson's Bailey, a surrogate sister, and Kevin McKitt's Owen, a fellow veteran, extend set-side solidarity. Fans, flooding X with hashtag Pray for Richard and Pickens, underscore the show's symbiotic soul, viewers vested in these virtual vital signs. Pickens' journey extends beyond oncology, a parable of persistence. From Baltimore's blocks to Emmy's embrace, he's navigated typecasting, the wise elder, with wry wisdom. Post-prostatectomy, he contemplates memoir, Chief's Code, Lessons from the Ore of Life, distilling decades into directives on dignity amid disease. As Grace hurtles toward Season 22's zenith, Pickens stands sentinel, cancer conquered, not cowed. His diagnosis isn't denouement but dialogue, with family phantoms, fans' fervor, and a fate forestalled. In Weber's words, penned ironically amid Pickens' peril, pick yourself up, dust yourself off and start all over again. For James Pickens Jr., that's not just script, it's scripture, a survivor's sonnet etched in early detection's ink.